Nigerian army troops have reportedly stormed several communities in Benue state in the north-central part of the country as they go into search of suspected bandits who ambush soldiers. Reports indicate that 5 communities, Binde, Agidi, Gungo and Bonta in Konshisha local government council area, as well as Ulam in neighboring Gwe East, have been attacked by ground troops backed by helicopter gunships. Soldiers moved into the area after army authorities reported that marauding bandits had on Tuesday ambushed a Nigerian army logistics team on a reinforcement mission to quell communal clashes between Bonta in Konshisha and Obota in Oju local council area. The bandits reportedly carted away with a stockpile of military hardware, including a general-purpose machine gun and 2,000 rounds of ammunition and 28 million naira. They also abducted 2 soldiers. However, according to locals and other eyewitnesses, the army launched raids on the various farming communities within a 40-kilometer radius, burning houses, farmlands and food stores, while many families have been rendered homeless. Many of the residents have fled from the onslaught and are said to be seeking refuge in the bush. Joining us on the news is Samson Blair Luga, a lawyer and indigene of one of the stricken communities. Thank you very much for joining us on the news, Samson.
Thank you.
Now, what can you tell us about the raids conducted by the military as well as the scale of destruction from what you know?
Okay, thank you very much for having me. On the 7th of April, which was yesterday, men of the Nigerian army troops supported by helicopter gunship raided towns in our community in Konshisha local government. They raided the Bonta, Seanyom, Binde, and all the border communities of Konshisha and Oju, belonging to the Shange tier of Konshisha local government. More than 200 houses were destroyed and unspecified number of persons killed and displaced. The attacks extended this morning to Aku, Amandi, Gungu, Agidi, Adoka, and other parts of Yoanyam Council Ward, which are many kilometers and more than 20 kilometers away from the crisis zone. They destroyed over 500 houses in Gungu, including my own house, and some public facilities. The council hall was also destroyed. They ransacked the market, bombed and destroyed everything in the market, including foodstuff and private homes of the citizens of Gungu and environs.
Now, Mr.
We are still looking for some of our family members who ran into the bush, and we are yet to ascertain their state right now. There is tension in the area, and there is apprehension that the military men may come back and finish the remaining families that are standing or the homes that are standing.
Now, Mr. Luga, from what you've described, it seems the response of the military authorities is quite disproportionate. But the military authorities are saying that the operations targeted bandits' hideouts in those areas. Is it not true that those communities have been harboring the bandits?
Well, it is unfortunate that the military authorities can churn out such lies and distort facts to suit their own purpose. I can tell you that there has been no single case of banditry in the whole of Konshisha local government. Not one single case of kidnapping or assault. What has been happening there has been a communal crisis over a piece of land between a kindred in Konshisha and another kindred in Oju. And the communities that are burning today, including my own hometown, are far away from the crisis zone. So what they are doing is in bad faith, and I think the earlier somebody calls them to order, the better for us. We have a very serious humanitarian crisis on our hands now as a result of this wanton destruction and disregard for law and order being perpetrated by men of the Nigerian army.
Now, are you aware of any friction between soldiers of Operation Wellstroke and their host communities in these areas?
No, I am not aware of any friction between soldiers and their host communities. I don't even know how or when they got into the warring communities. that were fighting over a piece of land.
Now, finally, what's the Benue State government's official position on this? What have they done towards addressing this unpleasant situation? And like you rightly described, we have a humanitarian situation unfolding before our hands.
Well, presently, there has been no official response apart from a press release issued by the governor yesterday, where he told the people of Benue State that he received reports that 2 military personnel were missing in that axis. Until now, we have not had any condemnation from the governor or any member of his cabinet. Rather, his media team is blanking out the entire crisis by rather displaying pictures and narratives of how he's commissioning projects around. But the earlier he does something about this, and the earlier the military high command does something about it, the better for us. We're already in a very serious crisis in Benue State as a result of herdsmen attacks on farming communities, and the rainy seasons are here already. If we don't do something about this, I tell you, my brother, it's going to be disastrous.
Now, finally, before I let you go, Mr. Samson Luga, you're a lawyer and community leader in Benue State. You did say you were directly affected as one of your properties was burnt. What is the future for civil and military relationships, and how do you plan to seek redress?
Well, I think history is just repeating itself in Benue State. If you remember very well, this kind of thing happened in Zakibia in 2001, when it was alleged that some military men were attacked or killed in...
Apologies for that. I think we lost Mr. Samson Blair Luga, a lawyer and indigene of one of the Stricken communities in Benue State. News Central tried to reach army authorities to comment on the situation, and we couldn't get hold of... They weren't forthcoming with answers. We'll keep track and update you on that situation.